All right guys, just a quick one, and I want to make a quick video concerning like saving seed this year. Saving seed this year. I mean, we talked about saving water this year because of the drought that's going to hit the UK, mega drought. And possibly the United States being our like daughter country, if you like. Now, saving seed, because we'll be getting into the time now of I guess ripening harvests, okay, across the northern hemisphere. So I just want to like try and just make a quick video. You know, I'm not trying to tell you how to suck eggs or nothing, but just to try and make an equal or maybe even greater goal to save seed this year. I mean, it's nice to have a beautiful, nice, fresh cucumber, but to make that cucumber go into seed, you have to let it go and let it go older and yellower, but then that's what creates the seed. Lettuce, of course, it's nice to have a nice, big, fresh, lovely, crunchy, melt in your mouth lettuce even, but to let it go to seed and, you know, create a big bush and flowers and having to wait for it and then having to collect all them seeds afterwards, it's just not very rewarding to collect seeds. But I would be mindful, at least like half your crop, just try and get them to go to seed, because this year is the last year before the passing of the throne. You know, like 24 weeks from now. So be mindful to save up seed, because here's the thing: when the throne hits an extinction level event, you know, afterwards when you go like, what are we going to eat? We survived in the mountains. We're reduced back to the Stone Age or the Iron Age. Now, what are we going to eat? Oh, did anyone save any seed? Do you know what I mean? It's going to be a case of be prepared. What's wrong? Even if you have to spend the money, I don't mind that. Even if you have to spend the money and go to the store, I guess presumably in the end of summer would be the best time, because maybe they'll be on a special deal offer or something. But even if you go to the store and just buy up a load of seed, you know, something to get started with, because yeah, I'm all right for seed in my area, and yeah, we can reproduce from that. You know, from one seed you can get, let's say tomato, you can get a tomato plant. You can even take out offshoots. You know, at one tomato seed, you could potentially get about 3 plants in that year. And then obviously you get the tomatoes off that, which reproduce the seed again. But then you're going to have to wait till next year to grow them 100 tomato seeds that you saved. All right, and you can have plenty of space as well. You can have all the fields for your picking. You can be able to say, let's go and like start our harvest in that field over there. But unless you've got the seed, what I'm saying is I want to be a year ahead. I don't want to be on my arse like, oh, we got a couple of tomato seeds, let's grow tomatoes this year. Okay, let's save all the tomato seeds from that. But then it's going to be have to be the next year, you know, 2027 even, by the time you have enough seed to grow enough plants to feed a multitude. Does that make sense? So basically, I want to take it a year ahead and have hundreds of seeds of obviously different vegetables and stuff to have a jump start on that. Do you know what I mean? I want 50 garlic heads, in which you can get like 8 cloves out of each. So do you know what I mean? Like 80 garlic heads. I want to be that 1 year ahead, and I think everyone else should be too, because I mean, this being the Exodus spot for me in North Wales, Conway Mountains, Snowdonia Mountain Range, protected from the southwest, from La Palma volcano. Actually, I'll just show you, because that is pure a good example. All right, although my Exodus spot is only 60 meters above sea level, it is although my Exodus spot is only 60 meters above sea level, it is actually a protected from that mega tsunami coming from the southwest. Now that is just the mountain here, but Snowdonia Mountain Range is much bigger, lies to the southwest, and blocks that mega tsunami which is going to be coming up and across the whole Atlantic basin. Yeah, so afterwards, we are going to have to grow our own crops. So this year is the only year left to grow the plants which will produce the seed for us to keep for next year to survive. There might be stipulations. There might be like Yellowstone erupting in America. The ash cloud may. It is spoken, by the experts that it damages the crops, and then it damages the animals, and then everything dies. Well, that's just their take on it, but and I suppose there would be evidence from other volcanic eruptions, but we need to think on our feet. Even like burning a mountain is actually good for it in the long run, because the ash goes into the soil. It's good for the soil in the long run. So but volcanic ash, I don't really know. But to be ready for this, let's say, all right, you need to have seed to plant in the ground to maybe not see it working after a volcanic eruption or whatever. But the point being is that you need that seed, and this is the last year. Like, we're 24 weeks away from the passing of the throne. This is the last year now. I was actually making a totally different video to this about something, another sign in the heavens, something that's coming towards the end of the year. But I kind of get mixed up in my words, and sometimes I just take a breath, take a minute, have a little time for myself, pray God, guide me, and then kind of whatever comes in the spirit. There was this, there was something else concerning preparation for the Exodus, but then again, that is like a last minute preparation. One of my next videos I'm going to be making, and the comet that can follow on after this video. So I just kind of had a moment. I thought, okay, maybe this is not the right video. What shall I make? So I thought, well, I'll just make this one about saving seed, because we're in the time of picking fruit and stuff. So saving seed, please, now. My garden, the lettuces have all gone to seed, and people are like, yeah, pull them up. I'm like, no, that is the most important plant, believe it or not. That plant there, it's going to seed, is the most important plant in my life right now, because that means I'm going to sustain life next year. That may sound very sort of deep and heavy, but it's the truth. When this country goes down underneath the sea, there'll be no motorways, there'll be no cities. Like, most of the cities are in low-lying areas. There'll be no deliveries. There was a fire in the tunnel a couple of months ago, yeah, and the whole system shut down because of one tunnel was shut. There was a bridge going over the river and through the towns and the cities, but guess what? the infrastructure, the old infrastructure, was not able to handle the amount of new transport and everything, the amount of cars and transportation that's on the road now. The old infrastructure, the old bridges and towns, and they were not able to handle it. That's why the expressway got built and the motorways, so they can shift more things through, like, kind of thing. They all come to a standstill. Now imagine having no motorways, no cities, all flooded out. You won't be getting any, you know, young tomato plants from the nursery, because the nursery may itself be sent down underneath the sea. You won't be able to nip to Asda's, to Walmart, to get some seeds to start this year to survive, because there may be no more Walmart in that area. So making your own preparation is key. And, you know, don't make excuses. I don't know how to grow tomato plants. I mean, literally, like I said before, you could have three plants off one plant, off one seed. It's not hard to do. I mean, even if you got a seed now and put it into the soil, even now, this, you know, just past the summer solstice, you would grow some sort of tomato plant, I'm sure, or any other plants. So, yeah, I mean, it's up to people to make their own preparation. And I suppose people like me, it's not really my job to be an agricultural farmer type person growing vegetables and stuff, but I'm doing it. It's not my job to be a fisherman kind of thing, but I'm doing it. And or I've done it, I should say. So people have got their own skill sets, and I'm guessing that not everyone will listen to this, and not everyone will make their preparations and store up seed banks, but I have. So I'm just sharing it because, like I say, now this year is the last year on which to make preparation to save seed for next year, which the passing of the throne to Tevet 14th, January 3rd, and then that spring obviously we're going to be starting stuff off, and then that June comes the nuclear war, which, by the way, you know, if you're when you're in the town, when you're in the high grounds and not in the city, and survive the first passing of the throne, it ain't gonna be a hot spot for a nuclear strike. Do you know what I mean? Russia is not gonna nuke North Wales. Do you know what I'm saying? There's nothing worth. It would rather nuke Edinburgh, Liverpool, Manchester, London, Cardiff. It'd rather nuke places like that. And like I said, they wouldn't even possibly be above water at that time. So yeah, just make preparation this year, even if it's like up to half your crop. Let it go to seed, collect that seed. I tell you what though, when you collect your own seed, man, whoo, you get like 100% germination rate. Pretty much, if you pick the best seeds, obviously, 100% germination seed. It's amazing. It's amazing, and you can get so much seed if you just put the effort into it. I can probably make further videos on the different ways to save seed, but it's usually pretty simple. Anything with its own like embryo, like tomatoes, you will need to soak them to get the embryo off. But other things like, let's say, melon, what I tend to do is just rinse them off, dry them off, and that's it. Some seeds, they may have like pits where you might have to crack them open to get the seed out of the middle, such like peaches and such like. So, you know, I guess it's a world of knowledge and wisdom. But first things first is like just to save up seed, even if it's from the store-bought stuff that you get. I mean, this year even I go to the store, sometimes you get rubbish like tomatoes, for instance, and then sometimes you'll just get a variety. It's like, oh, this is lovely, and you get them on the vine and you think, oh, this is a great little vine, even though they're probably grown, not all the time, hydroponically in tents, basically, in these big polytunnels, and they never see the light of day. And I mean literally, they never see the light of day. They never have the sun on them, so they don't get all that goodness from the sun. But sometimes you get, oh, this looks nice, tidy on the vine, just what you want, and then or these nice yellow ones, and you can just save the seed from that. So even if over the next 3 to 6 months you just go out and you just save the seed from everything you eat, all the tomatoes, cucumbers you can't do, like, because you need to bring them into maturity. Melons, you could say, I mean, you get what, maybe 100 and so seeds out of melons. You just got to be careful though, because if the fruit is underripe, I mean picked too early, the seeds will not develop properly into seeds, and they'll just be like little hollow pieces of, you know, something that looks like seed but it's like hollow, so they're not sustainable. Like even stuff like lettuce, where you can grow them again. Lettuce, I know for sure anyway. Onions, like if you were to take last year's onion, or maybe even the store-bought onion, and plant them in the ground and they grow back again, that stem is highly likely to produce a seed head. I mean, I heard it where Charles Darwin, he teaches that the second year of the onion actually produces the seed. And I've experienced it myself. I planted onions last year and they failed, like a lot of crops did, like a lot of people did across even here and the northern hemisphere even. And I planted them and they didn't come, but they came up this year and they produced seed heads, which is good, because then obviously that'll be my fresh home stored seed for next year. But if you grow something like a second time, it usually can produce seed. Now, I'm not quite sure about this, but I'm just like saying that if you grow things again like carrots, the tops grow, and maybe lettuce as well, the tops grow. That is where you get the seed from, the flower that comes from the old vegetable kind of thing. Yeah, so it would be interesting. I mean, I haven't verified that that's possible with the carrot. I know it's possible with the onion because I've done it, but I'm not sure if that's possible with the lettuce and the carrots and stuff. I mean, carrot is a root vegetable as well. I mean, it's quite possible, isn't it, that you know, that should be the case with carrot, that the foliage would actually become, or highly likely to become, a flowering seed head foliage. So interested. I'll have to have a little check up about that. But yeah. Even if you get something that might be 1 year old, like an onion, carrot, whatever, and then grow it and grow a plant from it, it may produce a flowering seed head, in which then you can harvest the seeds from to grow your own vegetables next year. Yeah, just be prepared, because this is the last year to prepare. So I've been Pastor Prophet Justin Roberts from End of the Age Bible Prophecy. God bless you all in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.